Hello and welcome to another episode of Douglas on Trading. Today we're talking about the ADX indicator, also known as the Average Directional Movement Index. But that's a mouthful, so we're going to say ADX indicator from now on. Now, the important thing to remember about this indicator is that it is a momentum indicator, okay? So we're looking for strong momentum, and we're trying to identify areas where we might want to trade within that momentum. Now, to help us do that, the ADX indicator has three elements. These elements are just three different lines. The first of which is going to be the ADX or Average Directional Movement Line. This is the line that identifies how strong or weak the momentum is, okay? So that's all that line does. But if you want to know where to take trades, we've got another element here. We've got the Directional Movement Index Positive Line. Now, the Directional Movement Index Positive Line, also known as DMI Positive, is trying to show you whether buyers are in control, okay? If price is potentially going to go up, if buyers are in control, this is the line that will be dominant. We also have the Directional Movement Index Negative Line. So just the opposite of the positive line. This DMI negative line is showing you if sellers are in control, if you're looking for shorts. Okay, so let's get down and dirty. The first thing we're going to do is draw out this nice chart. Draw out that chart. Once we get that chart drawn, we're going to throw up the indicator right here, slap it down. So you can see the three different lines there. And to make life clear, the ADX line is the red line. The DMI positive line is the blue line, and the DMI negative line is the orange line. Now, spoiler alert, the DMI negative is pretty much in control of this whole day, so we're pretty much only going to be looking for shorts when we get to that, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the ADX Redline. Now, it's generally considered that if this line is above a value of 25, that momentum is strong, and that is when you can start looking for entries, okay? If the ADX line is above 25, trend is strong, look for entries. So let's take a look at an example here. If you look right here, the ADX has crossed above the 25 line. And so now you can begin to look for entries in your momentum, okay? Now, it's very important to know this fact. The ADX line goes up in strong momentum and down in weak. That means if the buyers are in control, if you've got a strong uptrend, the ADX goes up. But if sellers are in control and you've got a strong downtrend, the ADX also goes up. Okay, so do not get confused on that. All right, the ADX line goes up whether it's a strong trend up or a strong trend down. It's just showing you whether it's strong or not. The ADX goes down if it thinks the trend is weak. All right, so let's take a look at this area here where the ADX is quite strong. It's well above 25. It's been moving up. Everything's looking good. And indeed, you can see that we had a strong trend, in this case, down in this situation. Okay, so the ADX did not lie to us today. Okay, now, it's also important to remember the ADX line below 25 means the trend is weak. Beware congestion, beware getting whipsawed, beware nothing happening at all. All right, so let's take a look at that example. Right here, you've got the ADX crossing below the 25 line. And then over here, it's been below that 25 line for quite some time. It's been going down, and indeed, that coincides with the congestion above. This is definitely an area where you do not want to trade. You want to stay out because you're probably just going to get yourself in trouble. All right, so let's clear some of these elements off the table, and we can start looking for entries, okay? All right, now traditionally, a lot of people look for a crossover of the DMI orange and the DMI blue, right, to take a trade. So if the DMI orange crosses above the blue, then that's your signal to take a short, or vice versa. If the DMI blue crosses above the orange, that is your signal to take a long. Personally, I think this can get you in trouble. There's a lot of false signals, a lot of areas where it might keep you out of good trades, as the ADX line, or not the ADX, but the DMI positive and negative lines kind of get into their own sort of congestion, right? They can cross over each other multiple times within a short period of time, and that would be a bad thing. So if we did it traditionally, and we took this crossover, it's a little covered by that 25 value fat line there. But if we did this traditionally, then your trade would be somewhere up here, and you would have taken a short because the orange crossed over the blue. And in this situation, your trade would have worked out fine. Now, I prefer to combine it with price action. Okay, so if we combine it with price action, let's take a look at what that might look like. And by price action, we're talking support and resistance, all right, trend lines, things like that. So if you look at this area here, you've still got the DMI negative well in control, the orange line, okay, well above the blue line. So no brainer here, you're looking for shorts. The ADX line is also well above 25, so you know you're safe, in theory, to take those shorts, okay? And if we combine some price action, we'll draw this potential area of resistance across right here, which means that your trades would have been in this area, okay, or potentially over here as well. Now, traditionally on support and resistance, you would say, of course, you're going to take that short there. But if you look down below, the DMIs have kind of gotten into a little bit of mess. They've crossed over each other a couple times down there. And so that might have kept you out of the trade, but that's why I said that you've got to keep price action in mind, of course, right? Everything in context when it comes to trading. All right, so let's take a look at this value over here. Again, the orange line is in control, the sellers are in control, the ADX is still above 25. You've got this potential trend line going on right here, signaling, you know, possible support and resistance along that downtrend, which would mean that you might take this short right here if you happen to see it, okay? So that's simple enough. I mean, that's pretty much the whole indicator in a nutshell. Now, don't forget, when the blue DMI positive line is above the orange negative line and the ADX is above the 25, you're looking for longs, not shorts. In our scenario that we played out today, the DMI negative was in control the whole time, so we only looked for short trades. But hopefully you get the idea that if the blue line had been in control, we would have been looking for long trades instead. Okay, so if I've confused you on anything today, please just leave a comment below. I respond on the regular. And of course, if you like this video, these videos take quite some time to put together, so please hit that like button. Give me a little love. I would appreciate it greatly. And this day trading journey, it's a lot of fun, and it's even more fun to go on it with you, with other people, with my friends, with some traders. So hit that subscribe button, man. We'll go on this journey together. All right, don't be a lone wolf. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Happy trading. Take care.